Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Happy Catty Crypto here. So let's dive into a Binance hot wallet update. And I don't do many updates on this wallet now because there's all these different YouTubers out there speculating as to the means behind this wallet and things like that. And I found this wallet way back at ground zero, and I like to think, and it's more than likely I was the first person to come across it, because we created the LUNCPenguin's website because I had figured out that the Binance hot wallet had sent direct burns to the actual burn wallet itself given to us by JWAMB. Now, when I figured this all out, like I said, we created the LUNCPenguin's website, and we'd done this so we could figure out and get it all down exactly who's burning and from what wallets. And as you can see here, the Binance hot wallet itself has sent 3 million to burn, and I proved this a long time ago. But going over to the hot wallet itself now, and it is dropping down, and we'll go over to the graph system shortly, but it has been dropping down over the past 2 days, and this is obviously because withdrawals and deposits have been reinstated on Binance so people can move their coins. So we're obviously seeing people moving their coins to stake. As to who these people are, likely users, we can't pin it on Binance whatsoever, but it is likely that it's users' coins. But the one thing is right now is you would have thought it would have been a lot more, because the staking rewards are so juicy at the moment that all of these people are pretty much missing out. If this is users, then they're missing out, and I really would have thought this wallet would make a bigger move. And if it doesn't make a move before the tax burn lands, every move it makes to put coins on the chain after that are just going to get taxed by 1.2%. And if these are coins that these users are possibly holding back to fund validators nodes that they're possibly waiting to create, then we could possibly see a big move then. But I really would have thought we'd seen a really drastic decrease. And we can go over to the LUNCPenguin's website and we can look at the hot wallet over the past few days. And as you can see, if you're wondering what that noise is, by the way, folks, is someone just subscribed. So yeah, anyway, you can see the drop over the past 1, 2, 3 days. And these are obviously people staking their coins. So I just really thought, with the amount of coins that are in this wallet, and if it was spread across so many users, I just honestly would have thought so many more coins would have left the wallet by now. So if we look at some of these big ones today, this is probably one of the bigger ones out there. So if we have a look, we can see that that went from here to this address. So that went in quite a considerable amount, but some of these ones we've got going out are pretty huge, some of these ones. So I would think that it's users sending their coins to their Terra Station wallet and then delegating them, as you can see here, delegating some to LUNCDAO, some to MCF, all nodes, Interstellar Lounge, Stake Bin. So really going across them all. So likely a user, but at the same time, it still bugs me that we've never had a solid answer from Binance. They know we're talking about it all the time, but they just ignore it. So it's just kind of one of those ones. It's just such an unknown. But seeing all of these coins going out and being staked is really good. But it still doesn't explain why so much Anchor and why so much USTC, and why only on Binance. Why not all of these other exchanges? It still baffles me to this day. And like I said, we do know that this wallet has directly sent burns, and it doesn't make sense if this is all built on a memo system, because surely then the top owner of who has control of the actual wallet itself sent it directly. So it's the only way for it to happen. But lots of coins always coming in and lots of coins always going out, but a lot of delegations obviously being sent. So if we go to this one, we see it went to this address. We check this address, you can see they've got this much in their wallet. And if we scroll down, we see their delegations. Doesn't look like they've got any delegations whatsoever. So yeah, maybe they're prepping to delegate or something like that. So yeah, considerable amount in though. So they must split out into more wallets possibly. Who knows? Probably that might be a CX or whatnot. But as to this wallet, the one thing a lot of people need to bear in mind is we want to burn down to the amount that is stated in 3568, which is 10 billion if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so 10 billion. If we want to burn down to 10 billion, we really need to figure out who owns the majority supply of those coins, because it's important to the future of our coin, and this is the whole point. Validators aren't allowed to be created yet, because if say one user owned 50% of what we see there, and they wanted to use it to attack the blockchain, they would be more so inclined to do that, because they would have the power to do it. You can easily own, say, 4 nodes, get 20% vote power on each node, and you could control the blockchain. And I think this is something that needs addressing by Terra Rebels devs, is the fact that a validator can own more than one node, and I think it kind of defeats the object and the whole idea of decentralization, because at that point it can be controlled by a party, and I really don't like that. That in itself is scary, and this is the whole point of spreading your stake out between different nodes, because 4 nodes having all the voting power is not good. The security needs to be spread out between all of the validators and stuff like that, and there's so many different validators out there to stake with, and all of them deserve really to be staked with. Well, there's a couple that don't. I'm not going to mention their name, but they know who they are. But yeah, just this hot wallet, as time goes on more and more, it's going to be more and more relevant, and it really does hold a considerable amount of the circulating supply of USTC. I mean, that's more than 15%, I would say, of the circulating supply. So, and this wallet's moved some serious coins on its own, as most of you know, because we've been with this from the get-go, and it is funny to see all of the different YouTubers saying it's going to be doing this, it's doing this, they're going to be burning all these coins. Look, I've proven that Binance are burning, and it's just like, yeah, welcome to the party, kid. You're pretty late. But yeah, do keep an eye on this, and it does look like these coins that are being shifted, a decent amount of them did go to stake, because if we go to Terra Station, you can look at the staking ratio, and as you can see, it states staked Luna from the total supply, so that would be 390 billion is staked, so that is the staking ratio for it, so to speak. So, but I still believe the metrics are slightly off on a lot of things. But if we look at the transaction volume for Luna, for the part, they really need to change this to LUNC. Possibly we could do that for a parameter change proposal. Possibly we must be able to. I have to have a look at the endpoint on the LCD system, maybe on the FCD. Anyway, so as you can see, the transactional volume's great, and this is good. This is what we want to see, and we want to see the blockchain thrive before we start punishing it with the 1.2% burn tax. May not seem like a lot, but if you're going to move 100 billion coins, 1.2% is a considerable amount of your money, because LUNACLASSIC's not cheap now. I mean, how much does a million cost? Between 80 and I think 110 pounds at the moment. So it's a little bit more in dollars. So it's not cheap by any means. But yeah, folks, don't discredit this wallet. Always do keep an eye on it, and as to what it's doing with its activity, because the more coins that get staked, the better, in my opinion, because they're coins that are not available to the overall market. But do be aware that the more people that stake, the less the rewards are for everybody on the chain. And a lot of people are saying, well, Jay, what about the Oracle rewards pool? How are we going to fund that? And I'm speaking to different developers, as you folks know, all the time. But from what I have spoken about with different ones, there are many ways that adds to the pool itself. And 2 of those are just fees in general and stability taxes. They both add to the Oracle reward pool. So going to be looking at different ways to fund it, and don't worry folks, it's not going to run dry, and if we ever get close to that time, something drastic would be put in place to correct it. And there's always things, ways, means we can do. We've got to this point, we can fix anything else, and it's as simple as that. And this always comes down to this whole situation with Terra Shuttle and wanting to keep Terra Shuttle open. So yeah, folks, stay safe out there. It is treacherous, so beware of scammers, beware of doppelgangers. Anyone posting WhatsApp numbers, do not message them. Don't be so silly. Honestly, you know me, okay? Stay safe. If you're worried, go to my Twitter handle, look on my Twitter handle, join the Telegram groups, and at me. You can always get at me in there. Everybody's asking, how can I get in contact with you? Just jump in the Telegram group and at me, and I'll respond to you straight away. So stay safe out there. It's not financial advice. We'll catch you in the next one.